Here we go.
In a multiverse full of infinite possibilities, even the lamest ideas must exist. Which is why, in a long enough timeline, Disney had to make something like, I don't know, a Hawkeye series. Hawkeye, the series. You've seen Clint Barton lose his mind to Loki's staff, lose his family to the blip, and lose his best friend to the ground. Now, get ready for a new adventure about the time he lost his hearing.
More cookie, please. Thank you.
Lost some very important dry cleaning.
Witnesses captured cell phone footage of a masked assailant fleeing the scene.
And lost all of his patience.
As far as I'm concerned, we're in this together.
Tell her she hurt your feelings, but apologize.
Can you believe the Avengers have never lost a fight when Hawkeye is with them? It's like the Hulk's lucky purple underwear.
You can't just put him on any shaft, you know?
Remember Hawkeye?
Oh my
He's
God.
old now, and the most over-it Avenger has literally heard enough of your shit.
Was that the whole time?
I could do this all.
Did you turn your hearing aid off?
And now that Jeremy Renner would rather be rockin' than knockin', he's passing the bow to Kate Bishop. She's a milestone of representation as the MCU's first hero who thinks Hawkeye is cool.
Besides, you're kind of my favorite Avenger.
This heir to the name
That would
is a
be true.
clueless rich girl who's really into archery and branding.
Your problem is branding. It's a very hard brand to sell.
I've been thinking about your branding issue. You need a more recognizable costume. It's the branding issue, I'm telling you.
But don't worry, kinda sucking is one of Hawkeye's main qualifications. Kate should easily slide into the role going forward. Does she wax her pants? That definitely sounds like something rich girls would do. You do know she went to the same high school as Gwyneth Paltrow, right? Watch Clint and Kate work together to find who killed her father's brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate. Oh, sorry, I mean her mother's fiance's estranged uncle who loves drama. And helping them crack the super important case are the Avengers. Just kidding. They would never. Helping them are C-teamers
They
like
would
Sober
never.
Jack Sparrow.
Oh, jeez.
Kate's wealthy parents, who you just know are criminals. Call it the Arrow Principle. Some LARPers the heroes look down on, which is rich considering Hawkeye LARPs as an Avenger. Lucky the pizza dog, who's cute, but let's face it, he's no airbud. You can eat that pizza all day, you're gonna start hitting some three-pointers. Yelena, who keeps up her streak of making the audience wonder, why isn't this about Yelena instead?
Thank you.
And Linda Cardellini as the chillest wife on the planet, who will assume is cool with Clint spending Christmas Eve drinking with a hot, rich 22-year-old who idolizes him and looks like a young version of her. Dude, she's ex-SHIELD. She's gonna find those texts, and they, do not look good. Prepare for the most suit-obsessed TV show since Suits.
Told nobody
Oh
about
my
this suit.
God.
Wait, what about the suit?
Told you that suit was bad news.
I'll give you the suit.
Did you get the suit?
Suit.
Suit.
Suit. Suit.
Suit.
Suit. Suit. Suit.
Suit.
Where Clint must atone for the time he butchered half the criminal underworld, and also his haircut, hunting him down his Echo, a mob lieutenant whose hearing loss gives her a superhuman tolerance for the word bro.
Wakey, bro.
Let's go, bro! It worked, bro. We got you now, bro. Why you making it so tough on us, bro?
And in a reveal they teased for 5 weeks straight, Vincent D'Onofrio returns as the Kingpin,
It was dope,
who
though.
appears to have spent his time off camera becoming a Hawaiian pimp. He'll step out of the multiverse, only to get worked by just about every main character in the MCU's answer to Darth Maul getting sliced in round 1 of the lightsaber playoffs. I'm not saying the return of the Netflix characters has been a dud so far, but Danny Rand just changed his Facebook invite from going to maybe. So tune in for this family-friendly Shane Black riff, where the weapons aren't lethal, the guys aren't nice, and in true Marvel fashion, there's no kiss or bang, but it still gives us some passable action.
Hang on.
Decent quips,
Hey, look, that one's you.
No, it's Katniss Everdeen.
and a fun new hero.
Oh, wow. Didn't realize we were supposed to bring guns.
Even though you could have had twice the fun by reading the comics it's based on, or reading about the Jeremy Renner app, or reading about the other Marvel musical we wish we could see.
Now in previews at the Foxwoods Theater, the event that will redefine the Broadway spectacular.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell my kids that this was No Way Home. Starring
Yes.
Sterling Archer, assistant to the regional Hawkeye. It was a one-eyed street-raised golden puppy pizza eater.
Mom, you have failed the city.
Captain Stabbin. Florence the Pew, Florence the Pew. Russian little sister loves macaroni. Silent but deadly. Kazi the Clown. A Twitch influencer. Still a cop.
I thought you loved all animals, Mr. Ventura.
And what a week straight of getting beat in the face looks like.
looks the same,
Are you sure they
too.
don't have healing powers? Ronan with the homies.
Ronan with the homies.
World's greatest archers. Can you even salmon ladder, bro? Queen takes bishop. Checkmate.
I love how honest trailers can put certain lines together that were repeated throughout a show and just make it seem like that's mostly what the show was about, which it wasn't. But she did talk about branding a lot. Kate Bishop, she did talk about branding a lot. They talked about the suit a ton of times. So it's hilarious how they put it together. Even though, yes, it's spaced out, it doesn't seem as ridiculous in those moments. But then when you see it in the honest trailer, it seems like, okay, wasn't a lot going on. But then when you see it in the honest trailers, it's kind of like, oh, okay, well, there really wasn't a whole lot going on in this show. They're just really trying to get some clothes and somewhat protect Kate Bishop, you know, in the long run. I don't know. It was an okay show for me. The Kingpin reveal was awesome. I knew it was coming, but that was awesome. The action, like they say in Australia, was passable. It was all right, but it's definitely a lower tier show for me. Very much lower tier. Let's check out the pitch meeting though and see how Ryan George and Screen Rant attacks this show, because I'm interested in that. Real quick though, shout out to you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. Members, subscribers, watchers, I appreciate all of you guys. To my Hypercrew members, Brian Tidwell, Steve-O, Slepnir, Dash Milner, K6013, Giro 15,000, Daniel Lopez, Kratos, Richie Chester, and Arnon Steelpelt. Thank you guys for choosing that top tier crew. Now, let's get to the pitch meeting.
So, you have a new Marvel series for me? Yes, sir, I do. I was thinking we could do one about Hawkeye. Oh, yeah, that sounds good to me. Which one were you thinking? Thor? No, the Hawkeye. Yeah, well, I mean, that's subjective, right? Because they all kind of are. Clint Barton, Jeremy Renner, that's the one Hawkeye. Oh, I thought you were saying hot guy. Okay, this meeting makes a lot more sense now. Okay, great. Wow, well, it's going to be cool to finally see him as the lead in a project. Yeah, you know it, sir. Well, one of them, you know, definitely top two. Oh, yeah, because technically another main character other than Hawkeye is going to get more screen time than Hawkeye in the Hawkeye show. That's right. Well, okay then. So who's this other character? Well, her name's Kate Bishop, and when she was young, she saw Hawkeye jump off a building, so she was like, wow, I want to do that. Oh, God, that is super dark. No, like in a superhero way. Oh, okay, gotcha. So after the Battle of New York, she gets super good at archery and fighting because she wants to be just like Hawkeye. Very exciting. And so now she's 22 and her super rich mom, Eleanor, is gonna get married to this seemingly sketchy guy, Jack. Okay. And then at this big gala, Kate sneaks into this black market auction going on in secret. What kind of stuff are they auctioning? Oh, they've got a bunch of crazy stuff, like Hawkeye's gear from when he was Ronin, you know, when he was killing a bunch of criminals. Oh, yeah. And so then this gang called the Tracksuit Mafia busts in to steal this watch, and Kate puts on the Ronin costume and kicks some butt. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Wow. And then one of the tracksuit guys finds the watch, but this dog starts biting his leg out of nowhere. Just randomly attacks this guy? Why'd he do that? Because this man's a bad guy and the dog's a good boy. A very good boy. And so then Kate's gonna rescue this dog from traffic and then feed him pizza the whole show. So she rewards the dog with diarrhea. She does, yeah. That's a lot of cheese for a dog, for sure. So anyway, since Kate caused a bunch of commotion while wearing the Ronin costume, there's a news report that Ronin is back. Okay. So the Tracksuit Mafia tracks her down. Oh boy, these guys sound scary. Yeah, except no, they're basically cartoons. Yeah. Oh, they are. They just give off this very dumb, wacky, cartoony, violent vibe, like Arnold Schwarzenegger in that Christmas movie he did, Jingle All the Way. No, they just make normal walking sounds. That's never mind. And so Clint sees this news report too, so he tracks her down and saves her from the tracksuits, but then confronts her. How did he find her? I don't know. All right, so now Clint's got to tie up all these Ronin loose ends and make it home in time for Christmas. Oh, it's a Christmas show. Yes. Kinda. That'll be very good for marketing. For sure. So what kind of stuff are they gonna get into? Well, they're gonna get involved with this group of LARPers, kind of become friends with them, call in a couple favors. What kind of favors? Like, you know, making some costumes, tampering with police evidence, risking their jobs and lives. Oh my God. And they're also gonna have to go up against this crime lady, Maya, who like leads the Tracksuit Mafia. And what's her deal? Well, she's mad at Hawkeye because he killed her dad while he was Ronin. Oh yeah, understandable. Yeah, and she's got this #2 guy with her, and this guy is not Kit Harington. Okay, it's not him. It's a totally different guy. Kind of weird to specify, but yeah, all right. And we're gonna keep teasing that Maya works for someone mysterious. Oh. Ralph Boner. Nope. Okay. So eventually there's gonna be this big fight scene between Clint
Bringing
and
Boner
Kate
back.
and Maya and Yelena. She's from the Black Widow movie. She sure is, sir. Well, it's gonna be hard for Kate and Clint to get out of that situation. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, after a certain amount of fighting, they both just kinda, they just run away. Why? Oh, the episode's over, sir. Oh, okay. And so Clint tells Kate, you know, you gotta go home. This is too dangerous now. There's a Black Widow assassin after me. Wow, yeah, I guess he doesn't want to put her in danger. Exactly. So he goes to sleep on the couch of a LARPer guy he knows. So it's okay to put that guy in danger? It is, yeah. Got it. So eventually Clint is gonna explain the situation to Maya, so she's gonna stop trying to kill him. What's the explanation? Well, he was kind of being manipulated by her boss while he was just mad with rage. Okay, he was just following orders. Well, let's for sure not phrase it that way, but yeah. Yeah, good call. So anyway, then we're gonna reveal that Kate's mom is actually the one who hired Yelena, and she's working for Kingpin. He's from that streaming show with the completely different vibe. He sure is, sir, and he's the mysterious guy that Maya is working for too. Amazing. So in the final episode, there's gonna be a bunch of crazy action going on around Rockefeller Center. What kind of action? Oh, well, like Clint gets stuck up in the giant Christmas tree, so Kate knocks it over to get him to the ground. That seems like it could have easily killed him. Yeah, but it doesn't, because he's one of the main characters. Right. And then they're gonna use a bunch of trick arrows to fight a bunch of cartoon characters. Very wacky. Extremely, sir. And they're gonna use a Pym arrow to turn this truckload of bad guys tiny, and then an owl is gonna fly away with them. Oh my god. Yeah, pretty funny, right? That's I feel like that's one of the most horrifying things that's ever happened in the MCU. But like also funny. That owl is gonna eat those guys. Kind of a cute moment though. That owl is gonna pick apart their flesh with its little beak. Yeah. Oh, gee, what a horrible way to die. Oh, I'm gonna have nightmares. Okay, yeah, maybe let's not think about that one too much then. Oh, okay. Okay, great. That gets dark very quick. Ignoring gruesome owl-related deaths is tight. Anyway, so then Kate's gonna go up against Kingpin and somehow not explode when he hits her. Very resilient. And Kate's mom is gonna sneak up on Kingpin in a car going 70 miles an hour. How'd she manage to sneak up on him in a car? By being off screen until suddenly she isn't. All right, and then also Yelena wants to kill Clint because she thinks he's responsible for Natasha's death. So what's Clint gonna do? Explain that situation as well. A lot of communication-related conflict going on. Yeah. Oh yeah, a ton. People should talk more, you know? They should, yeah. Hey, shouldn't there be a bunch of police around? Like the Rockefeller Christmas tree fell down, people are fighting, cars are crashing. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, so then one cop does show up and he arrests Kate's mom because she murdered a guy in the first episode. Oh, and does the cop also arrest Kate for knocking down the Rockefeller Christmas tree? He doesn't, no. Huh. Might be considered terrorist. So then Kate goes home with Clint for Christmas, and they have this nice moment where they absolutely ruin his barbecue together. Oh, and also Maya's gonna shoot Kingpin. Oh. But it happens off screen, you know, and if you don't see a character die, then, you know, maybe they're not dead. That's true, right. And, you know, if you do see them die, maybe that was just a Skrull and the real one's still alive. Right. And, you know, if it wasn't a Skrull, maybe it was a version from another universe and the real one's still alive. That's right. And, you know, if they weren't from another universe, maybe the characters can get more Pym particles and time travel and save them from dying. Wow. Wow, we can really reverse any single thing that happens in these projects, can't we? Oh yeah, at any time, in many ways. Kinda lowers the impact of any single dramatic thing that happens in this ever-expanding universe of ours. Like, what are the stakes if everything can be so easily retconned? Would it make you feel better if we made another spin-off show? That could make money. Oh, I love spin-off shows and money. Okay, let's do it. Okay, great.
I just love how he puts these together. Like he's a mad genius when it comes to these pitch meetings. Especially talking about how jingle all the way. No, they just walk regularly. Everything that he puts in here just works. The fact that it is somewhat a Christmas show. The fact that in the MCU they've created something that is still, bar none, the best of how they do it, but they're kind of messing up some of their own stuff with all these really comic book route ways that they can bring people back, and things really just don't matter after a while because they could just go back and fix things really easily. That's just how it is for me. It does seem that way. When there's certain stakes, I just don't really get invested as much as I would have before certain things that they've done, like the Pym particles going back in time, the variants, all this stuff, multiverse. Like, it's, anybody could just show up at any time now. And if someone's contract expires, they can renew it and bring them back, even if they're dead, from another universe. That's just kind of how it is. I'm okay with it though. It's still fun, but it makes the stakes not that great because, I don't know, it's weird. People could die and it's not going to stick. I still think Robert Downey Jr. is going to come back at some point. And if he doesn't, someone else as Iron Man will come back. Like, there's this whole thing about Tom Cruise being in the Multiverse of Madness as Iron Man, which he was originally going to be cast as Iron Man back before the 2008 movie came out. So that would be kind of cool to see. But I don't know. I just feel like there's different ways they can go at this to make the stakes still feel like something. Hawkeye show didn't really do that for me because Hawkeye is still the worst Avenger to me. He's just boring. This show did a good job of kind of making you root for him a little bit more, but it's because he's the only Avenger that's there. So it's like, why not? If another Avenger showed up, then yeah, it would definitely put him much lower on the totem pole in his own show. So I'm glad they didn't do that. But it's, you know, it's his show, whatever. Now the Echo show is kind of interesting. One, the character I don't really feel needs it, which is kind of weird because they didn't really establish her that well in this show. But I understand they're going to do more Kingpin stuff in that show. So I think that will be cool. If they do a Hawkeye season 2, they got to kind of talk about Linda Cardinelli's character as far as, you know, Clinton Barton's wife and Agent 19, I think, or whatever, Mockingbird. They got to kind of explain some of that stuff. Will that be explained in the season 2 or will that be explained in a movie or another show? Who knows? Yelena was, to me, the best part of the show, though. Like, when she shows up, and I liked her in Black Widow, too, but when she shows up in this, that's when I feel like the show is really getting kind of amped up. She should have her own show. Really, I mean, let's be honest. She should have her own show, and we should be following her on her adventures of whatever she's doing with this Dark Avengers. Is that what they're kind of doing here? I don't know. But, yeah, she needs her own show. She's awesome. Florence Pugh is just amazing anyway. But time to choose up. Who did it better, Honest Trailers or Pitch Meeting? Let me know in the comments below. I might even do a poll for this one, maybe. But let me know, which one was your favorite, the Honest Trailers or the Pitch Meeting? Both I think were great. I love both of them. The Pitch Meeting was hilarious though because he goes in a lot of different directions. And I feel like this Pitch Meeting actually kind of explained the show a little bit better than the Honest Trailers. Honest Trailers normally explains things a little better if you haven't seen it. I was talking to somebody about that in the comments the other day. And that's why I like doing Honest Trailers first, but I feel like the Pitch Meeting in this case explained the show a little bit better than the Honest Trailers did. To me, let me know if I'm wrong. If you think I'm wrong and you feel like the Honest Trailers told it better, let's talk about it. But let me know your favorite one of these two for Hawkeye, the Disney Plus TV show. Let me know which video you think was better and funnier for you, Honest Trailers or Pitch Meeting. That's all I got for you guys on this one. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate you guys for coming back and checking these out with me. Check out the description for more content creators and the videos they have to offer. I think they'd appreciate it if you check them out. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the comments for this, and I will see you as always on the next video. Take care.